Pam here is our next presenter. Pam has developed a passion for making documents accessible during her time working at a not-for-profit company and is here to share her thoughts on this important matter. Primarily focusing on services for those who are blind or vision impaired, Pam is here to educate us in matters on writing for accessibility. Over to you.
Thanks. So I'm guessing that a lot of you here know a lot about writing documents, policies and procedures, how to make them make sense. And I'm guessing that a lot of you also work for organisations that promote diversity. But how do we remove some barriers to diversity to make sure that everyone has equal access to work? So one way is making sure that all your workplace documents are fit for people who use screen readers or have low vision. And you might be thinking, but we don't actually have anyone in our organisation that uses a screen reader or has low vision. And if you think that way, it might continue to be the case because it's not easy for them to work for you. And they won't be attracted to your organisation. So here are some just 10 really easy tips on how to make documents accessible for people that use screen readers or have low vision. And as I say, they're really easy. So use styles to format your headings. So this helps people navigate the document when they're using a screen reader. If you don't format the headings, it's really atrocious for people using a screen reader. It's just one long stream of text and they can't flick through like we might look at a heading. They can't do that. So use high contrast, such as black text on a white background, nice and easy. Use bold for emphasis and not underlining. So if you squint a little bit, you'll see that you can still read the bold, but the underlining makes it harder to read. And name any links so it's clear what they link to. Don't just say click here, because if you've got several links that just say click here in the document, again, you can't navigate that. Okay, so this tip's a little bit more complicated. On the right, you can see where I haven't followed the tips. So the tips are to use a plain unfussy font like Arial or Calibri, and make sure it's fairly big as well. So about 11 for Arial and 12 for Calibri. Use line spacing, so it's at least 1.2 lines, and use a line left as well. So what you're trying to do is get a lot of white space so each word is distinct. Okay, tips 6 to 10. In Word and PowerPoint, use the accessibility checker. So it just appears at the bottom of your screen. You click on that and it pretty much tells you what to do and what you need to fix. It's not perfect, but it helps with the basics. If you have information in tables, don't split or merge cells, because then those cells can't be navigated by a screen reader and it makes the table inaccessible. Something that's sad for me is that flowcharts are not accessible. They're one of my favourite quality tools. And as they are, so the best thing to do if you're wanting to make your document accessible is to explain the flowchart in the body of your document, but then you might want to put a flowchart in your appendix so that as they are valuable for people with typical vision. Add alt text to pictures or diagrams that you've used to include information. So if your diagram is the only thing you've got, you have an explanation there so that the person using a screen reader can see what it talks about. And don't use coloured text as the only way of conveying information or highlighting or coloured fields, as colour isn't picked up by screen readers. So I hope this has shown you that it's pretty easy to make documents accessible, and there's a fair bit of information there. If you'd like any more, just contact me through LinkedIn. Thank you.